Let's talk MVP, minimum viable product. Now the term MVP or minimum viable product comes up a lot in startup world. And people often struggle to define the MVP because they're trying to do this in terms of features. When you're defining an MVP, you want to think about what that bare minimum feature set is for people to start using your product to solve the problem. This doesn't necessarily mean it's just the most first basic version of the product. That's not what an MVP is. You want to make sure at minimum it is something that people can actually use and start to see value out of it. Now let's say you're building something for food delivery. So you're building a food delivery app. Now there's a lot that you can do with it. But at minimum, you may talk to your users and identify that really what they're looking for is a way to order food from a specific restaurant. Literally, what your MVP is features that help you solve that exact use case. That's it. Not less, not more. And this is where the concept of, what lean startup advocates for comes in. Instead of building a whole product and then trying to sell it, lean startup advocates for prototyping and experimenting with what your product could look like and getting the feedback before you invest a lot of money and time and resources to go build it in code. And like I said, don't be fooled by the name MVP. This isn't the most basic early version of the product that you would build. That's not what this is. This needs to actually be a viable product. That is, when you bring this out in front of your customer, they actually can use it and understand how this helps them solve that specific problem that you said you're going to go out to solve. The key word here is viable. This version helps you test the market viability of this product. The goal of any MVP is really to save as much money and time while getting the maximum out of users based on their feedback, how they react to it, what they think is valuable and what isn't. And that said, there's really two main ways to define your MVP: time frame and functionality. Time frame determines how quickly can I get this product out in front of the customer. The sooner the better, but obviously this focuses a little bit more on minimizing the resources that you have to invest and maximizing what you can get out of them, right? So this is about forcing you to think about how quickly can I build those features so that I can take this out to the market. And the second part is the features itself, right? Great, you figured out what your time frame needs to be, but it needs to be those 2 or 3 super essential game-changing features that may or may not function amazingly yet. They may not look amazing yet, but they at least can convey to your user what it'll do and why it's valuable to them. So really narrowing down from the list of features that you can possibly build down to the 2 or 3 that will be part of your MVP.